Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
Hey, Drama Mama coming at you from my backyard during self-quarantine. Today, I'm going to be talking about Fakie Stalls. So before we start jumping right into the Fakie Stall, I first want to talk about stance. There's so many different stances out there. Off the top of my head, side stance, goofy stance, regular stance, and that's how you're pumping in the transition. But when I am coaching or instructing, I don't talk about stance, I talk about your lead foot. So what foot is leading you to the coping? If it's forward, or if you're coming in fakie or backwards, your lead foot is the foot that will get to the coping first. So when I'm skating, my lead foot is always my right foot. So if I'm pumping forward, I'm going forward, my right foot hits the coping first. And as I come back fakie, I switch my feet and my right foot leads me to the coping, fakie or backwards. Ton of other skaters skate where they keep their feet in the same stance. So their left foot is leading them to the coping forward and their right foot is leading them to the coping backwards, and they stay in this stance. Now that we talked about stance, what stance are you? Do you switch your feet or do you keep your feet in the same stance going forward to fakie? Either way, I'm going to break this trick down by talking about your lead foot and what foot is going to lead you fakie to the coping to get that stall. So let's get started. Now that you know which foot is going to lead you fakie, I want you to pump all the way up until your back wheels start to hit the coping. This is a very scary sound and feeling, so I always suggest to open up your shoulder to visualize and see when your foot is about to hit the coping. If you are a skater that has a hard time with turning and looking where you're going, fakie or backwards, I want you, while you're pumping, just to look down at your feet, at your back leg, at your back wheels. Now that you got that initial ding and that initial feeling, the goal is to pick up the two back wheels on your lead foot to put one foot on the coping while the other foot comes back. Sometimes this foot will come back and ding it also, or it just doesn't make it up to the coping just yet. Now you're ready to work up to both feet. We're going to try the step-step motion. So we're coming in fakie. This foot is locked in. We're going to, again, put up our two wheels on the back and step on. So we're stepping on and stepping on. If you are not ready for this motion when you are doing it, you are already in the stance when this back foot is on to roll back out of it. First time ever getting that step-step motion onto the coping fakie, I felt like I was like at a 40-degree angle, and it just wasn't comfortable. I didn't feel on top of my stall. I felt like, boom, boom, I got it, and now I'm rolling in. How do I get really on top of the stall to make another trick out of it or keep my run going? So let's talk about that. A helpful hint is as the other foot comes on, so if you're doing the step-step and one foot comes on, the other step I want you to bring your shoulder blades back. This will force you to kind of sit up into the stall. You'll be able to get a stronger, more solid, lasting longer stall.
I remember hearing Desperado by the Eagles for the first time and thinking this song is going to be in my life forever.
So now that I taught how to undershoot and work up to the trick, let's talk about overshooting the trick. This is when I will drop in, come in fakie, and use all my butt power to kind of jump myself out, fakie, onto my toe stops or onto one toe stop and just catching myself with one foot. So I'm overshooting the trick now. Undershooting or overshooting? Which way works for you? I want to know, so tag me, let me know how you ended up learning it. Either way, I just want to see people adding to their runs and getting fakie.
Shall we begin? Let's begin.